Hey, what's up, Toad? And today I'm going to be talking about caffeine, exercise, and mouth breathing. And they are all interlinked. You see, people take caffeine when they want to work out. The problem with this is it's terrible for you. It's absolutely terrible for you. See, it speeds up your heart rate, which is a lot of stress on your heart. Even though, if you're doing cardio every once in a while, taking caffeine when you work out, just fine. It'll put a lot more stress on your heart, is what I'm saying. Thing is, when you put a lot of stress on your heart, that means that, like any other muscle, it will get stronger. But if you do that every week, it can degrade your heart, okay? So this is bad. So if you're going to take caffeine for exercise, take it like half a time a week, which is once every 2 weeks, okay? I had a bang energy drink today, and it was delicious, as all of them are. Like, they're good, they're delicious, okay? But they're not good for you. Not all the time. But half a time a week it's not really going to hurt you half a time a week. Okay? So, yeah. Chronic caffeine consumption, which is like 7 to 4 cups of coffee a day, which a lot of Americans do, just all throughout the day they're putting caffeine in their body, is terrible for your liver. Okay? And the other thing about caffeine is after you feel amazing from its initial effects, what'll happen is that after its effects wear off the next day, because, everything follows the law of karma, pendulum swing to the right, left, blah, 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 you'll kind of feel the opposite way. And you see, when that happens, you'll be pushing yourself back into the positive area, slowing the pendulum swing down, so it'll be like that. And that puts stress basically on your mood, and without proper mental state, this is bad. Half a time a week for caffeine is not so harmful, okay? Which is once every 2 weeks. Okay, now I'm going to talk about exercise, okay? You should exercise. You should exercise every day. And yes, I mean every day. A lot of people say that you should take a break once a week, but the thing is, when you take a break once a week for working out, it becomes a lot easier for you to take another break because your neural pathways that allow you to work out more and more, that allow you to do intensive training, they'll get weaker, and when those neural pathways get weaker, you're much more prone to just give up and stop working out, okay? This is bad. You should work out every day, except one day of the week, you should work out light. This will keep your body in motion, okay? And it's not bad to work out every day, okay? That one day a week that you go light, that'll be your body repairing itself. You can have a shorter workout, less workout, okay? You can avoid the weights and just do body weight training. Okay, so you should work out every day, but it does depend on what your goal is for working out. For example, I watched One Punch Man, and now I want to be superhuman. So I'm working out the best I can and practicing my taekwondo and judo and hapkido every day, okay? Okay, so, and I'm also doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and probably I don't know, I would say probably a half a mile run on the elliptical every day. Alright? And I'm also doing other stuff, including plyometrics and lots of stuff. Plyometric squats, sit-ups, and push-ups. Anyway. Yeah. But if you're just trying to get a good physique, and you're not trying to really achieve any kind of superhuman abilities, then you really just need to do the workouts that are for physique specifically, or whatever you're trying to accomplish. But that doesn't mean that you can avoid cardio. That's terrible. I heard a story that this one dude had his kid in a playpen, and he forgot about it. He didn't forget about him, but he wasn't paying attention to his kid in a playpen, so he got out of the playpen. He went out into traffic, and this dude was some jacked bodybuilder, but he didn't have the stamina to run after his kid, and his kid got hit by a car. And that should be motivation enough, I think, that everyone should do cardio. Not to have extreme stamina, but just to be average, at least average, okay? So, yeah, and The next thing I talked about caffeine and exercise. The next thing I'm going to talk about is mouth breathing. Stop being a mouth breather. As you might have been able to tell, or might not have been able to tell, I've been breathing through my nose this video. This is because I have started practicing nasal breathing, okay? I used to be a mouth breather, just out of habit, because when my nose gets clogged up, I can't breathe through it. And that puts me in a habit of just not breathing through my nose, period, which means that my nose was constantly plugged. I couldn't breathe in and out through it. Check this out, check this out. Both nostrils are working, okay? This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Now let me tell you the benefits of breathing through your nose and not breathing through your mouth. When you breathe through your nose, the air coming in has the bacteria taken out of it, and your nasal pathway takes that bacteria and it will turn it into kind of a vaccine for your body so that you won't be, what do vaccines do? Oh yeah, it'll turn that bacteria into kind of a vaccine for your body so that you don't get sick, okay? And you don't have to be scared of any extra stuff that go in vaccines, but take your flu vaccine and other vaccines and stuff. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm not saying take every vaccine, because there are a lot of vaccines that are just dangerous and harmful, but, you know, like the flu, it's been around forever. That vaccine's never hurt me. Take your tetanus vaccine. Nothing wrong with them, okay? But what I'm saying is your nose vaccinates germs that you breathe in, which strengthens your immune system. Makes you a lot less likely to get lung infections and pneumonia and other stuff like COVID or whatever, okay? So that's another benefit of nose breathing. And there's another benefit also, okay? When you breathe through your nose, you're able to run and make it look easy. Like, you can be running for a really long time and breathe through your nose, and it'll look, if they didn't see your bottom half, it would look like you were walking. Because you get so much more oxygen being absorbed when you breathe through your nose. This is after, 4 or 5 days of practicing nose breathing so that your nasal passages open up. So, yeah. That's the importance of breathing through your nose. I highly recommend it. And now I'm going to talk about breath work using nasal breathing. First, I'm going to talk about holotropic breath work. It's strange. It's very strange. You see, it's a totally different ballpark when you breathe through your nose. I tried holotropic breath work breathing through the nose, and it's different. It doesn't provide the same... It definitely provides hypocapnia, but the hypoxia is much less because the air is so easy to absorb oxygen from. It's a different ballpark entirely. It's very, very euphoric. It's still a psychedelic experience when you do holotropic breath work with your nose. It's just... it feels much better, honestly. It feels like your body is healing itself as you're doing it. It's not like you're losing feeling in your arms and legs. It's, you don't get the same body sensations, but the effect on your mind is much... Breathing through your nose for holotropic breath work is good. It's very good. But it's almost an entirely different breathing technique than normal holotropic breath work, I would say. I think the best one would be a breath through the nose to the chest, a breath through the mouth to the belly. Okay? Breathing through your chest is not the proper way to breathe. Breathing through your nose is. See, you're combining incorrect and correct. And then breathing through your mouth is incorrect, and to your belly is correct. So you're combining incorrect and correct to have an effect. I would say that's the best technique for holotropic breath work. As for Wim Hof technique, which I've been doing every day, okay? Well, first let me say it's much better to start the shower cold. If you start it warm, your body won't be used to the cold. So if you just hop in and have it cold, then, it's like, okay, I'm used to this now. So I haven't taken a warm shower in a very long time. Probably 3 weeks. And that's fine. I think I'm going to continue to take cold showers for the rest of my life. I'm going to talk about more stuff today, actually. Let's talk about meditation, right? You don't have time to meditate, probably. Which is why when you get in the shower, you don't have to have it cold and you don't have to do breath work, but you can use that shower experience as time to meditate. You don't have to crisscross or anything. You can do standing meditation. You can, if you're just walking to work, you can do walking meditation, focusing on the breath. You can meditate at many, many times. If you're just in the passenger seat of a car on your way to, martial arts class, you can do meditation then with your eyes open, just watching traffic and focusing your mind. That caffeine still has its effect on me, so I'm feeling kind of... Its effects are wearing off at this point, but it's, yeah. That was a weird sound. So, yeah. You can do meditation at any time. There's literally no reason for you to avoid it. There's plenty of times throughout the day where you have the opportunity to meditate. If you're a cashier and you're just standing there and you don't have any people yet buying stuff, you can meditate. You can focus on the breath and wait until you get a customer. When you ring their stuff up, you can be meditating. You can meditate at any time of the day. When you're driving, you can meditate, just as long as you're still keeping track of the road and stuff. You can meditate at any time of the day. You can meditate with your eyes open or closed before you go to bed. No reason to not meditate. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to talk about sugar. So, it's fine. Sugar is fine. Just don't overload yourself with sugar where you get diabetes. Erythritol is a natural sweetener. It's derived from corn. And so you can take some erythritol and put that in your morning cup of joe, cup of coffee. Even though I just got done talking about how you shouldn't have caffeine every day. There is chicory coffee also, and decaf, so there's that. Yeah. We have Lakanto monk fruit sweetener, which is erythritol and monk fruit extract. Both sugar-free and natural, not artificial. Don't consume Splenda. Yes, I know that's some dang energy drink, but it's not that much of it, okay? Or maybe it is, but... Okay. Splenda has the ability to cause seizures, and anything that causes seizures probably isn't that great for you. So don't consume excess amounts of Splenda. Which is sucralose, by the way, if you didn't know that. It's sucralose. Anyway. Yeah. Let's see, is there anything else to talk about? I think that's basically it. Well, actually, I'm going to talk about one more thing. A lot of you that are new to my channel probably don't know, but I've said this many times in old videos. In my opinion, at least, this is not the proper way to hold a fist, okay? And no, your thumb's not supposed to be here. I'm not talking about that. And definitely don't hold it like that. What I'm talking about is I think this part of your hand should actually be straight. Okay? And don't have it super far down like that to where if you punch you're just going to break all your knuckles. No, have it up here to where this part of your hand that's a bit wider can catch your fingers, and it'll prevent your fingers from going down when they're hit like this. Okay? So having your fist like this when you punch does one very good thing for me when I punch. You see, when I punch like this, maybe it's because I commonly neglect clipping my nails, but my nails aren't that long, as you can see. When I punch like this, it hurts this part of my hand, and I might have weird fingers. But it hurts this part of my hand kind of badly. even when I hold it exactly how the boxers online tell me to hold it, this hurts my hand. But this does not hurt my hand. So in my opinion, this is the proper way to hold a fist, okay? And when you punch, of course, hold it sideways like that and go straight in. So, yeah. And another thing is I'm going to show you how to do some one-handed Kuji-in hand signs, which are hand seals. I made a video about them, Kuji-in in depth, how to do them and how they work. So I recommend you go to my channel and go watch that video. I'm not going to put it in the description probably because I'm too lazy to do that. But yeah, go watch that video and it'll show you all the ones. I don't know the names of them exactly, but anyway, this is the first one, okay? Which is you take these, fold your fingers in, put this finger out and that finger out. This is the first one. And the point of putting your fingers, if you watch the video you'll understand. You could do that with one hand by going like this, and you're doing that same hand sign, but with one hand. Okay? The next one is you take your fingers and do this, okay? Which is the Great Thunder hand sign, I think. You can literally just do this. And now you're doing it with one hand. And you can apply the same principle to all the other hand signs as well. Except this one. You can't really apply it to this one because it doesn't really... this one requires two hands, but... yeah. You can do hand signs with one hand. So if you're on the elliptical and you're running out of energy, you can always just go like that and channel a bit more thunder into yourself. A bit more energy. Okay, because as you can tell, it's air, which is the heart chakra, the center of power, and fire, which is force, and the sacral chakra, so you're applying power to force, and as you know, that creates something good. So you can channel more energy and power into yourself with this hand sign when you're on the elliptical treadmill, when you're running, when you're sparring even. You can go like that to kind of keep it hidden, and then re-fist your hand so you don't get hurt, and then straighten your fingers out. And what I mean by that is, like, well, because I practice Taekwondo, of course, if someone kicks your hand like this, you're going to break your fingers, but yeah, you can use one-handed hand signs on the fly to give yourself more power, or whatever you need to, whatever you need in life. Not whatever you need in life, you might need $1 million, so you can't have that right away, but I mean, maybe you can. Maybe you've mastered magic and you can just get $1 million like that, but yeah, I think that's the end of the video. At this point, I'm just rambling on because I had caffeine earlier today and it's still working even though it was like 5 hours ago. So this is Stoic. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the bell icon so you can see my next video. Sorry I didn't make a video for a while, but yeah, I made a video today, so see ya.